Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aphrodite. If you find that you resonate with anything in this message or me, myself, and I, if you find that you resonate with this message or any of my other videos, I ask that you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you feel called to, okay? So second video of the day, we are talking about, because I've been noticing a lot of things on here, okay? Not only just false prophets, but also the rise of AI. And it's crazy because I was realizing some things and I was like, oh my gosh, because I found, okay, so, and I'm gonna get into, I do have a list of readers on here that, and this is not by my own choice, okay? Anyway, I'll get into that, but anywho, I was noticing like certain AIs, right? Like they are getting very, very intelligent. And you might remember that in my Matrix video, right? I said that there was like a robot, there was a robot giving like these like fortune cookie like messages or whatever, like prophetic messages, okay? And like I said, there's either something about a lot of like false readers or like AI readers, right? And then so one time I found this reader, and I was watching the video and I was just like, what the hell? I'm like, it's very like animated. And I remember it telling her something. Like most people, because one thing about me is I will say something to people's faces. Okay, I feel like there are a lot of readers who are like, they pose one way but their energy is like very petty, like they have very petty and competitive energy, right? um and it's like they'll either hide behind fake pages or they will throw little shots and subliminals in their own messages or whatever. But I'm someone, and you'll know because you'll see me in your comments. So anybody on this list who I'm going to go ahead and read off at the end, like, you should not be surprised, with the exception of a couple. But yes, you should not be surprised because I said something to your face already. I said something directly, and so this list should not at all surprise you. Anyone on that list should not be surprised, okay? But anyways, there was this one reader, and I noticed, because okay, I'm sorry, I keep saying okay because I'm trying to figure out how do I want to start this. But one thing about me is the reason why I do things the way that I do on my page is because I feel like there are a lot of, there are a lot of baby souls, right, that come to people who do like energy readings, who do tarot, etc. Okay. And one thing I already told you guys, divination breaks down to divine initiation, okay? So even though people are like, this is for entertainment purposes only, no, baby. As soon as you pick up those cards and you decide to deliver messages to the public, entertainment, it doesn't matter if you put it as entertainment purposes, okay? You are now held to that responsibility as being someone who is a messenger. You understand what I'm saying? So the reason why I do things the way that I do, and the reason why I started off not even using cards, is because typically, like, I don't know what the hell those cards mean if I don't already have a message. So when I see people, they're like, okay, what do I have today? And you just pulling cards. What are you reading for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly is the energy that you are reading? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, me, sometimes I'll feel that my ancestors have a message for me, right? So I'm like, okay, let me see. And then I'll see, like, I'll pick up my cards and shit will be flying out. I'm like, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. And I tell them straight up, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about right now. Like, I don't have a shit clue, okay? So it's like cards without nothing is literally like nothing. You may as well be reading mumbo jumbo. And that's one thing that I want people to be aware of, is like, if a reader is like, because, and I've noticed this, like, if a reader is, okay, they got cards coming out, but there's a bunch of bits and pieces that are not, like, it's no cohesive message, you need to go somewhere else. Because it's one thing is, a message is not going to come out clear if that message is not meant for that person, right? And so, like I said, too much of anything is bad. So if you have someone using divination tools, it's not that that tool is bad, it's not that divination is bad, but it is bad when you're trying to tap into energy that you were not given permission to tap into. You understand? Because like I said, you are initiated by divine or God's source to be able to tap into certain energies and deliver those messages to people. So when people are sitting and wondering why they don't get something, if I don't understand something, I tell y'all straight up. Like if a card is not coming out, I'm not about to force no cards to come out. I can't give you more information than what is given to me. You understand? Because I do understand that it is a responsibility. I do understand that there are boundaries that cannot be crossed. And there are a lot of people who do not understand that. You understand? So, and the reason why I do things the way that I do is because, like I said, there are a lot of younger souls. There are a lot of people who they get led into this, and they are a bit naive. And you have people feeding people's delusions, whether they are doing that intentionally or not, right? It's like I like to educate as well as do these things because I want to make sure. It's like, because like I said, when someone's spirit, right, their soul, their mind is not prepared, when they don't have that actual foundation to understand and take in the information that is being given to them, right, it's so much higher knowledge. You lead people into delusion, you lead people into psychosis, and you are doing more harm than good to other people, right? And you are going to be held responsible. Whether you saying this for entertainment purposes or not, you are going to be held responsible for what you are doing, for the energy that you are putting out. Do you understand? And so, anyways, what I was saying. So yes, be very careful. So I'm gonna give you guys some things to look out for because there are a lot of readers on here who are, I'm gonna say, it's like preaching from a dry well. And I don't want to say preaching, but their wells have been dry for a very long time. Spirit ain't talked to them in a very long time. If you have readers who are giving the same messages over and over and over again, baby, you need to tap out. You need to tap out. That is a form of energy harvesting. Okay, that is a form of energy harvesting, because what it is they keep you stuck in these loops, right? They keep you stuck in these loops, and then you wonder why you keep going back. And it's because it's like, it's almost feeding an addiction. It's almost getting you addicted to something, right? And it's like when they don't have anything else to look into, right? When spirit has not delivered them messages. And one thing is, in order for spirit to speak to you, you need to be quiet. You need to be silent. You need to actually be in a place of being able to listen and receive messages, right? So the reason why you ain't getting a better message, baby, maybe you should go outside. And I understand that for some people this is their livelihood, but you'll notice I don't deliver a message if I ain't got it. Like, it don't matter how many days, months, weeks I go without delivering a message. If I don't have a message, I don't got a message for you, boo boo. Like, and that just is what it is. Because one thing I was telling my ancestors, because I'm actually so tired. Like, I'm seeing so many fake readers. I'm seeing people like biting off of other people's messages because you don't have any messages to deliver. And it's like, one thing, what do I want to say? I was trying to be nice about this, but like, I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all know me. I'm a very passionate person, so it's not even that I'm trying to be rude or mean, right? And it's not even to say that these people that I'm talking about do not have gifts of their own, because they do. But it's like when you misuse those gifts and when money becomes more important to you than the mission itself, that is now a problem. Because I'm like, I come from a family of shamans, okay? And I was talking to my ancestor. I'm like, for those of us who are really in this, who are trying to literally do our best to uplift the collective, etc. It's like we about to revert back into the ways of the shamans. Because I'm like, put me in the mountain and let them have the fucking internet. Because I'm like, when I say I am exhausted, because when you think of this, right, messengers, right, a messenger does not seek the message seeks the messenger. And same thing with a shaman, right? The shaman is not going to seek you out, the people are going to seek out the shaman, okay? And that is the same way that I am. I don't seek out messages. I can't create a message out of thin air. You understand? So, and it's like, and it's like, even if someone does not seek you out, because a shaman or a messenger can come to you first, right? But they're gonna come to you, they're already gonna have a message to give to you, right? They're gonna feel called to give you that message. And it is not because even though you did not seek them out physically, but spiritually, your soul is seeking something, and then they are then sent to you because they have the answer to what you are seeking. You understand? So it's like an energetic it is energetic. So the reason why like a lot of us readers we do come on here like this is because we understand that people are pulling on our energy. We understand that someone is seeking something and we get the answer to it, and that is why these messages are dropped into us and given to us to deliver to the collective, right? But then you have people who are harvesting off of the people who are actually getting these divine messages. They are then harvesting their energy to deliver messages, and now you're feeding people's delusions because those messages aren't even meant for those people. You understand what I'm saying? So you are feeding people's delusions because they don't. It's like how do I say this? It's like they don't understand or comprehend what you are giving to them. And like I said, energy is very specific. Okay, energy is specific. As much as people want to say that, oh, this is a general message, it's like yes, but there are a lot of specifics that can be within a message. You understand? It's like yes, it can resonate with a lot of people, but it may not resonate with them at that certain time, right? It may not resonate with the energy frequency that they are resonating on at the moment, right? So it's like you have to be able to actually tune into a frequency, you have to already be resonating and vibrating on that frequency. So it's like energy is specific. And so when I say this is a very delicate art, it is a very delicate art. You understand what I'm saying? And so yes, be careful of like, and one thing you'll notice, like, because one thing I've been noticing, this is why I say I know when people are watching me, but one thing that my ancestors have been helping me to see is understanding imitation versus inspiration, okay? Imitation versus inspiration. And then also helping me see to who is energy harvesting versus messengers that they sent, especially messengers that I'm drawn to, like other readers that I'm drawn to now. And I'm saying girl, like I'm talking to somebody, like a specific person, because I kind of had someone in mind when I was saying this just now, because I really, I'm just like, her spirit is just, I'm like, she doesn't even know how much she has been such a gift right now, okay? But certain people that I've been drawn to now, right? Because when I said like a lot of readers are about to be removed off of the algorithm, a lot of karmic readers who do magic behind the scenes, etc., like, or who are just like, it's like money hungry is all I can say, money hungry, and just have lost their way. But yeah, I was thinking of a specific reader, but anyways, readers that I have been drawn to recently, right? And it's like, you need to keep, one thing I want to say to a lot of people, if you are someone who watches readings, you need to keep your readers to a minimum. Do not be on here just watching anybody. Like, if you are someone who scrolls and you are damn near addicted to readings, etc., baby, go outside and touch some grass, okay? Like, because another thing is, like, when you are watching these things, right, and sometimes they might not even be resonating with you, and that's why it's important for you to know your situation better, because it's like a reader does not know your situation better than you know your situation better than a reader, right? But once you give that reader, like, you're like, oh, because they have all this divine wisdom, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to say that, you know what I'm saying, but it's just like, it's almost like now you are kind of like letting that person play God in your life, you know what I mean? And it's like, you should never, I don't care how much wisdom they have, you never want to give someone that much control over your life, right? You should know your situation better than them, okay? So it's like, because those are like little seeds being planted into your subconscious, right? So you're wondering why certain things are happening into your life, and it's because literally that is being planted into your subconscious, right? And then it is then like reflecting in your outer world. So whether, like, let's say you're like, oh, I had a dream about this, but it's like, what are you watching? What are you putting into your brain? You know what I'm saying? Like because all these things that you are ingesting, it does affect your subconscious mind, okay? It affects your subconscious mind. And so that is ultimately going to reflect outwardly, or it is going to show itself in a dream or something, you know what I'm saying? So these are all things you have to be conscious of, what you are watching, what you are listening to, who you are listening to, and the energies that they carry, okay? But yeah, I was just gonna say, but yes, that is a form of harvesting energy, right? It's like they will stick to one message and they will just beat a dead horse every day. They give messages, but it's like the same message repackaged, okay, repackaged and redelivered. Like, and I'm just like, are y'all not tired? Like, I know y'all are tired of sitting in that energy, reading the same energy every goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? And then also be mindful of people who, because there are a lot of people trying to cloak themselves right now. Like a lot of people, as if you're not going to see them. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of readers are telling on themselves. Okay, and they don't even realize it. They don't even realize how much they are telling on themselves. Because one thing about it, one thing I wanted to point out to people is that as seers, right, as seers and people who come on here to deliver messages, understand that as much as you can see everyone else, you are making yourself so much more visible. Okay, so a seer understands that they can also be seen. And a lot of people probably aren't going to understand that, but a seer understands that they can also be seen, right? Um, and that's the funniest thing, because like you'll have certain readers on here, right? You'll have certain readers on here, and I'm thinking of a particular one. I remember her saying once, uh, she was saying something. Basically, she's one of those people that she is almost it's like if anyone says anything like against her, or like not even necessarily against her, it's just them venting. Like it's just them venting about, you know, something, or maybe they get offended by something that's being said, and now this person is like now I'm about to pull cards on this person and read them for the entire public. And I'm just like, yeah, that's not, that is an abuse of power. Okay. And it's like, you don't understand that that says so much more about you than that person. Like it says so much more about you, and it's like you don't understand that people can see you as much as, you know, you're saying, oh, we are protected, we are protected. Yeah, you are protected. As a person who delivers a message, you are protected, but you are only protected under the, I don't want to say pretenses, because anyway, but you are protected under certain guidelines of you actually abiding by spiritual law. So when you are breaking spiritual law, no, baby, you ain't protected. No, you're not. Like, no, you're not, because you've now taken things into your own hands, and divine didn't tell you to do that. They didn't tell you to read them people. So it's like, and that's why I said in my message, I was like, if I wanted to lay all somebody's shit out, I could. But would I? No, I actually wouldn't do that. But like I would not do that, okay? Because it's like, I do know that I am held to a certain standard. I do know that my gifts could be revoked, okay? I do know that I could lose access to certain information, okay? So it's like knowing all of these things, right? And so the thing that I wanted to say is, because I'm like, okay, so, and this is not even going to work for everyone. This isn't going to work for everyone, because it's like, but one thing that I noticed, okay, because one thing that I noticed is, I'm like, I'll hear readers and I'm like, they'll use exact phrases that I just used, so I know you watched my shit. Either that, or it's like captions. Sometimes the captions are so blatantly from something that I said, and I'm just like, y'all are so obvious that it is ridiculous. Like, y'all are so obvious, right? And it's just like, it's like people's petty nature is coming out, right? It's like, even with things that are going on, it's like, I can't focus on you guys. Like, there are other people here that, you know what I'm saying, are seeking messages out. So it's like, I really don't have time to sit here and focus on you guys and your own petty nature and your own whatever competitiveness that y'all have gotten within yourselves. And I'm like, this isn't no competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not something that you get into to compete, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, people are so caught up in being high on the algorithm, etc., etc. And it's just like, me, I feel like one of the reasons why is because, even though like my page is shadow banned, but I feel like it was beneficial to me. Actually, it was beneficial, like not knowing how many people were watching me. It was really beneficial, because it actually, it helped me to just kind of be my little authentic self. It kind of really helped to build that foundation of what my channel is meant to be, and help build my foundation of who I'm choosing to present myself as, etc. Like, and being so open, like, I mean, I always said that I don't mind being emotionally open and vulnerable with people. I don't mind sharing certain things, because I feel like it's helpful to other people. And it's like, usually I don't share things while I'm going through it, but I'll share it like after I've already made it out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because it's like I said, it's like if something's going on, I'm actively doing something about it, right? Sorry. Sound like, is my shirt all weird? But anyways, yes. So so people harvest in that way. It's like, I'm noticing, I'm just like, y'all aren't doing anything but reading my energy. Like, I literally saw a reader, and she literally And that's like, girl, you're reading my energy. Like, you're taking my energy and you are delivering it to the public, knowing damn well that that is not true for them. Okay, and that's not, once again, this is not on no cocky stuff, but like I said, energy is specific, okay? And it's like you can hear people like regurgitating things. Like, so a lot of people are trying to cloak themselves by way of, it's like when people just try too hard, like you're gonna see a lot of readers who just, it just seems like they're trying too hard, or they have something to prove. Like, and like, I don't know. I was not gonna use the term bandwagoner because I feel like, and okay, but let me differentiate. Okay, there's a difference between supporters who have always and already been in this fight, who are just feeling that urge to, you know what I'm saying, basically get right, understand, like we are literally like it's kind of like I said before, I think it was last year or something, but basically I got the message of activate the soldiers, right? And so I was like basically telling people, trying to help people understand that when your spirit guides are speaking to you, I'm like, suit up. I said, suit up, Buttercup. This is not a drill, okay? Like, so it's like I feel like some people are, getting the activation, but then there are others who are trying to, now knowing what they did behind the scenes, and now they are trying to cloak themselves. Baby, you are very, very obvious. It's like I said, we are in the age of Aquarius, right? And it's like you are no longer able to wear a mask. It is going to be very clear that you are wearing a mask because you have to try too hard to keep up the facade that you've been trying to wear. And it's just not working. It doesn't matter how you try to package it, it doesn't work. But yeah. So when I say bandwagoner, that is what I mean. I don't mean someone who is inspired by something and they're like, yes, okay, we're on this. I'm talking about bandwagoners who literally rip off people's content. That's what I'm talking about. And then it's like I'm noticing certain people, it's like they're trying to get on the ride but can't really get on the ride. I'm like, if you're still out here promoting people to vote, sweetheart, you are still very lost. Okay, you're still very lost, because that is not, no. Like, we're not expecting people, because it doesn't matter which way you vote, the system is going down regardless, like I keep saying. So it's, anyways, I'm not even trying to get into all of that, but anywho, so it's just like I'm just seeing and noticing certain things. So it's like my ancestors are literally like, we've been watching and observing, and when I say there are so many out here, I'm not gonna read everybody, but I do have quite a few on the list. And then also AI, because I don't think I finished talking about AI, but like I said, they are getting very, very, very intelligent, because I've noticed so far there have been 2 pages that I know exactly who the actual reader is, and they are literally harvesting these people's energy to kind of cloak themselves, right? They never show themselves on the screen, and if they do, sometimes it's either just the hand, or you'll notice like there are a lot of like cuts. There are a lot of cuts in between like the reading. And I don't mean for people who, it's like, because I know sometimes it just takes a while. It just takes a while for like the message to come through to you. Like when you are, sometimes, you're trying to figure out, okay, what is this saying? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like there are like if you see like trendy, like super trendy edits or something, I'm gonna no. Like trendy edits, I can't remember the name of that page, so I would try to tell you guys just to give you an example, but I can't remember because I ended up blocking their stuff from my feed, so I can't do that. But yeah, it's like they are literally like, because you can literally hear, like to a T, you can hear what reader it actually is. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, 2 of them. I told one reader, I'm like, your energy is being, I was like, because literally it's her to a T. I'm like, wow. Like AI is getting very, very intelligent. I mean, we already know like AI has always been intelligent if you've been following what I've been talking about. But I'm like, they are getting, it's getting a little too, and it's crazy because I've never really been a fan of AI. And I feel like that was for a reason, because well, now we know after we talked about AI recently, the original AI before this AI, that would make sense why I never liked it, because it's like I have known how technology can be your downfall, okay? It's like you have to build a healthy relationship, okay, with technology. And it's like no technology should be more powerful than the technology of yourself. But you have to understand that it's like they are now trying to, like I said, energy is the new currency. Remember? Energy is the new currency. So it's like when you give your energy to this thing, right? It can now, it's almost making it more human, if that makes sense. Like almost making it more human. But anyways, I'm trying to think, is that all I wanted to like really say? Yeah, but it's just like, yeah, so you'll see like a lot of people like harvesting energy. You'll see a lot of people like biting off other people's stuff. You'll see people, and it's crazy because their caption will literally be so damn specific, and I'm just like, it's like really like it's kind of like obsessive, okay? Like and honestly it was starting to get like really weird to me because I was like, my ancestors, I mean, in my spirit team, they have been showing me through my dreams, like even before I seen all this, like I was wondering, like, because they would be showing me how many people exactly are actually watching me. But I always thought, like, I was like, oh, maybe it's a prophecy in these. Oh, you're trying to show me something. So then I would go to my page and I would check in. I'm like, okay, still the same. So I wasn't understanding that they're trying to show me exactly how many people are watching me, right? Because I'm just like, I'll be watching things and I'm like, wow, this is like so specific. I remember sometimes like, and there was one of the AIs that I figured out, who I'm gonna mention on here. One of the AIs who I figured out. I remember like commenting because I was like, this is so weird. Like you're saying things that I literally just said yesterday, but I'm thinking nothing of it because I'm just like, they're just that psychic. No. No, baby. Some people out here are literally like, either if you're someone who does what I do, and maybe you watch some other readers and you're like, wow, like we're so tuned in with one another. You ain't that tuned in, sweetheart. No, they're biting off your shit. Like they're biting off your shit. Like especially like, yeah, I'm just like, people are so obvious right now. And then because one thing that I want to say is this is why, like I said, authenticity is going to be very important, because you are going to be able to weed out the fakes from the real. Like it's just so obvious. Like it is very, very obvious, and I cannot say that enough. Yeah, I can't say that enough. But oh crap, I think I was gonna say like one more thing. Honestly, I feel like you guys gonna get the gist, but it's like right now, like I said though, for people who maybe you aren't a reader or anything, or maybe you're someone who are getting freshly into your gifts, you want to be very specific with what you seek out, okay? And like I said, keep the people that you watch to a minimum and be very, very selective, okay? Very, very selective. Like right now, I think after a bunch of people like got cut off, there is only, I think, two for sure that I can watch. That I know were literally like God sent, like they are God sent, and they have been helping me stay uplifted. And one of them, I just actually, oh wait, okay, there might be three, but one of them, I absolutely adore her and her energy. Like I'm just like, oh my gosh. I like it, her energy, it seemed so familiar to me, and I'm like, have I seen you before? But I'm like, she's not even from the US, so I'm like, okay, no, I guess I haven't. But her energy is just so it just seems so familiar. But anyways, yes, so now that I said that, honestly, I think I'm gonna end it there. I talked about energy harvesting, I talked about AI. I mean, yes, there are a lot of readers who do magic behind the scenes. I talked about loops, people who it's just like the same message repackaged. Okay, so anyways, so I have this list here, okay? Now, everybody who I'm reading off this list, like I said, you should not be surprised because I already spoke to you directly, okay? Or you knew exactly. If I didn't say actual words and I only left like emojis, and you knew what time it was, okay? You knew what time it was. So everyone on this list is either being spiritually silenced or sat down. Now, and what I mean by spiritually silenced or sat down, that is actually it's not a punishment, okay? So it's like, and that's only for some people on this list, okay? But basically what it is to get you realigned, okay, back into alignment, because either like some people have either lost your way, some people you feel like your well has run dry, okay, and it is because you it's almost like it's time for you to kind of allow spirit to actually speak to you, okay? And you'll be surprised the ways that spirit speaks to you. Sometimes it's literally just getting outside. Sometimes it is literally living life, okay? It's like I said, life is a spiritual experience. And also, one thing I wanted to mention about spiritual, right? Is like we are all spiritual. Whether or not someone acknowledges their spiritual journey, whether or not someone says, "Oh, I'm a spiritual person," you are spiritual because you are a spirit being, okay? You are a spirit before you are a human body and vessel, okay? So, and that's why I say, like, just because someone claims that they're spiritual does not necessarily mean they're good, okay? Doesn't mean that they're good. Like, everyone is spirit, everything is spiritual. So, and that's why I'm saying, like, when people, it's like, especially when people try to present themselves as a certain way, right? It's like they think they have to dress a certain way to be spiritual. You gotta speak a certain way to be spiritual. No, baby. Like, everyone is spiritual. Like I said, whether they acknowledge it or not. So, yeah, if for the people who are being spiritually silenced or sat down, it's either because you have lost your way, you are, it's like maybe like money has become more important other than actually the gift itself, and you have misused your gift. For some of you, you are receiving karma, okay, whether you were doing magic behind the scenes, etc., etc. Okay, so I do want to say there are a couple people on here who I did not address, but I don't think it'll be surprising if you see your name. Now, there's only one person that I absolutely did not want to have to mention, but understand that this is what I have to do, okay? So it's not like I'm just coming on here like believe me, I checked in with my spirit team before and I was like, wait, do y'all want me to do this? Because I'm like, why would you, show me all these people? I'm like, how is this all going to happen? Like I said, I delivered these personally, so you shouldn't be surprised if you hear your name on here. But there's only absolutely one person, and I'm not gonna out you because I don't want no one coming for you, okay? But for you, because you were in my dream, okay? So for this one person, you were in my dream, and you are an absolute sweetheart. You are an absolute sweetheart. You are a very, very radiant light. And I feel that your heart is really in the right place, right? You seem well intentioned. Your heart is in the right place. And you are giving a lot of people, good energy, positive energy. But for you, one thing that was being pointed out to me is that, because like I said, for some people this is their livelihood, and for some people, it's like sometimes the money can be more important than the gift itself. And like I said, anyone that I mentioned on this list, I am not at all saying that they are not spiritually gifted. That is not what this is about. It just means that, I don't know, somewhere you took a wrong turn, okay? You took a wrong turn. But yes, for this specific person, I think you'll know who you are. Hopefully you know who you are. But yeah, it seems like your heart is in the right place. But it's that, like I said, monetary has become very maybe a little more important. And the thing that they were showing me is that, because almost like it's like when we do certain things for money, right, and not understanding, it's almost that like your faith needs to be restored, and understanding that you don't have to go out of your way to make money. You know what I mean? Because once you enter that mindset, you're now entering a lack mindset rather than trusting and understanding that that spirit is going to provide for you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you want to lean into that abundant energy and understand that no matter what messages you deliver, you are going to still be abundant. Okay, so you don't have to try to be, it's like you don't need to. I don't even know what to say, but anyways, you don't need to try to go out of your way to reel people in. Okay, you don't need to go out of your way to try to reel people in. Just let spirit flow naturally. So, okay, because you are someone who is very gifted, and you are someone, like I said, you're very radiant and like sweetheart. Like I'm like, you were so fucking sweet. Like I thoroughly enjoyed your energy in my dream. Okay, I was like, oh my gosh. So that's why, like, when I first had the dream, I was like, oh, that was cool. But then it was like, the more I talked to my spirit team, they were telling me that, like, you are going to, you know what I mean? You might hit a tower, okay, a tower moment. But I have no doubt in my mind that you are going to bounce back very quickly. You're gonna bounce back from it very, very quickly. From what I can gather, okay. It's just that there are going to be some things that you need to reassess. Okay, so that's for that one person. Everybody else, either you were doing magic, you were energy harvesting, but yeah, there's one person out here. I don't know if it was like super extreme. Like I didn't even really know the circumstance, but and we're not gonna talk about it. But anyways, you'll know what you did. All of you on this list, like, you know why you're on this list. Okay, so and then after that, I'm going to end it. Okay, so, and in no particular order. Okay, so Cosmic Royal Family, Soul Family Oracle, Magnetize Yourself. That is an AI reader. Okay, so anyone who's been, it's so crazy because that whole page makes sense. Okay, that whole page makes sense, but that is AI. Okay, and you are being tranced. But anyways, the Mindset Elevator, Tiara's Tarot, The Oracle Fairy, Moon Goddess 2211, Toyelle MVP, Brittany the Intuitive Cosmic Wifey, Oracle Bay 444, Shonda Inspires, 144 from the Stars Tarot, Rachel Photon, Lord Draco Nobody, Empress Gina Nicole, Sapphire, Tunnel Vision XO, Goddess Energy, Spiritual Lux Oracle, and Tarot with Empress Ava. So those are the only people that I was led to call out, okay? But hopefully this message reaches who it needs to. And if you know that you are also doing some of these things, just, you know what I mean, get right. Because I don't think I'm going to be doing more of these. I'm like, it's so oversaturated with people who are doing these things. However, there's a reason why I was only led to do those people, okay? So yeah, because either they were personally attacking me or they do this to a lot of people though also, right? So it's not just me, but it's like you ran into the right one, and that's why judgment is now being called on you. And like I said, there is one person on there, so I'm not talking about you in this case. But yes. So anyways, I think that is all that I have for that. Yes, but anyways, to all my fellow supporters, and also to the other, readers, channelers, energy workers who I feel like we have been working with one another to uplift one another during this time. I love you all. To everyone who supports my channel, who is here, I love you as well. And once again, if you like my content, enjoy my content, resonate with my content, please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you feel called to. I will see you all next time. I love you all. Bye.